Good morning, buddy. Welcome to Wednesday. Today, of course, is September 18th, and that's a great day. According to our quote of the day, it's a great day. Forgive me, I'm grabbing my phone because the one thing I forgot to check this morning was the weather because it feels so nice out here. I just wanted to get outside, and I hope if you have the chance today and the weather is nice, that you get outside as well. For me, of course, my app is slow. I have no control over that, only because it gives me a message before that I refuse to share. The current weather is 61 degrees. We're expecting a high of 89 today, so it's going to be warm. It's a perfect day to be inside and enjoy some crochet or whatever you do. Mm, the coffee is better today. Again, I'm doing the chicky protein mix, but I was highly disappointed with the lack of caffeine yesterday. By 10:30, 10:45, I was seeking caffeine. So this morning I made it. This is the original flavor this time, and I added in some Cafe Bustelo cold brew and 2 pumps of caramel, the Hawaiian caramel syrup, to give it a little bit more flavor and definitely some more caffeine. But I think protein wise, it's okay. For somebody like me who needs a little more protein because I don't eat quite as early as the average person might, this is adequate. It's not perfect. So I don't anticipate this being one of those things I ever allow sponsor me because I'm going to keep it 100 and a half with all of you all the time. Mm. And I need my caffeine as much as I need my protein. As I mentioned, today's quote of the day: if moderation is a fault, then indifference is a crime. And that's Jack Kerouac. Of course, you know I do my gratitude journal every morning. And this morning was spot on for me. In fact, my affirmation for the day is one I want to share with you. Maybe it's one you want to take on today. I focus on the positive as I seek to improve my life. And that is exactly what I'm doing. I can't tell you what to do with your life. I can tell you that I hope you drink your water. I can tell you that I love you, and I do. I love you very much. You mean everything to me. And I hope you eat. I want you to eat. Please drink your water and eat. And know that no matter what, you're here, you're safe, and you're loved. Those are the things I want you to know. I told you the weather. I'm drinking my coffee. You know what's in the cup. But as you saw from the title of this video, this is a hook and tail video. hmm As such, I want to share with you my top 5 hooks. And I had to bring my children out to play. And this is and isn't in the order that I reach for them. And the reason I say that is because different fibers play well with different hooks. Sometimes, and let me be clear, I've had trigger thumb surgery, I have carpal tunnel, arthritis, and degenerative disc disease. And all of that plays a factor in the type of hook that I use. And when I use that hook, I also happen to be one of those people who has fairly large hands. I mean, this is my head, which is not small, and this is my hand. So as you can see, the spread of my hand is rather wide. So my number one hook is easily explained. It is the furrows streamline. I'm a knife gripper. I can put my thumb up under and control my yarn overs. This fills the palm of my hand very comfortably, and it's a good enough weight that as I'm pressing, especially if I'm working with a fiber that isn't yielding itself very easily. Oh, I like that red. Oh, that was cute. Anyway, as I am working with the fiber, this plays well with a lot of fibers. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So there's that. And you'll bear with me. I'm putting things away as I do so that they can go where they belong when I'm done. My number two, you've seen this guy every day practically for weeks. This is my dots hook, and I have a whole set of these because the dots, they're perfect. They're not too big. Of course, if my hand gets tired, that becomes an issue. They have a thumb rest, which made doing all of that hooking on that wedding blanket so easy to use. I would have liked a longer neck. It's not the worst, but I would have liked a longer neck. And they're fun and comfortable. And I got a touch of pink, so your girl liked that. Excuse me. Number three, this this has been my friend, my buddy, my guy for the longest time. This is a prim hook. You'll notice the side has like a little webbing pattern, and that's because the coating on it has a little bit of a grip to it, so that plastic isn't slipping through your fingers so easily. It's easy to hold on to. The thumb resting space isn't exactly there, but it's good enough for what I do. It's comfortable enough for me to get in and out of stitches. It plays well with a lot of different fabrics. I will say this, whenever I've had to work with Karen Simply Soft, this was a great hook to use, as was the Bernat baby blanket yarn. So don't sleep on that. That's a good hook. And what I also like, and I'll show you this, if you'll notice, as I'm holding on to it, it's just barely in the end of my hand. It's not in an uncomfortable position. So that's very important, especially if I'm doing a big project, which I typically am. I am a big project person. I love doing blankets. I love doing things that are going to take me a while to get done. I don't want a one and done. I mean, a quick and dirty is okay, but bottom line is I like, more labor intensive projects. So I want a hook that is going to go through that project with me without causing me discomfort and pain. My number four, this guy, the Clover Amour. It has its pluses and minuses. This is a brushed metal, so it plays well with a lot of different fibers. It does a really, really good job of helping you create the stitch definition that you're looking for. It has a beautiful thumb rest. My problem is it's right in the fat of my hand, and that's uncomfortable. I work with it. I like the grippiness of it. I like the fact that it doesn't cause me a lot of hand pain until I've been working for a while and that pressure in my hand starts to get on my nerves. So then it becomes nah, we're gonna put this down. It slows my projects down because as good as it feels, it could be better. And then my number five is my boy ergonomic. And I'm putting my paper away. My boy ergonomic has all the things almost. So she's great for a quick practice. If I'm learning a stitch or I'm trying to see how a pattern is going to work up, I'll instantly grab this. This is also I'm going to go out and about. If I lose my hook, and I'm sure some of you have done that, where you've gone somewhere, dropped your hook, or you laid your hook down and you lost it, misplaced your hook. I don't mind losing these. I don't want to, but I don't mind. These are not brush metal, so they don't play the best with some stitches. In other words, the stitch slips a little too easy on that neck. Again, a longer neck would have been nice. Excuse me. What you give up in neck length, you get a beautiful thumb rest. And I have to hold it up higher in my hand in order to get closer to the end. Otherwise, I'm back with this pressure in my hand. And you can even see if I'm holding that, I've got a dimple in my hand because of it. And over time, that becomes unacceptable. But for grippiness, it's great. For thumb rest, very good. For the material, okay. But the point, all of my hooks that I've shown you today all have that in common. They have this point on their head. It's not too round. Let me see if I can give you the look that it generates. It has a point, and it is beautiful. It's not too painful pointing. It's a little rounded, but it's not too round. I will say this, and this is the reason you'll notice I did not mention one Susan bait hook, because the Susan bait hooks are too round for me. I need something that if my stitches are tight, because I am a tight stitcher, it can get in there, it can slide through, and it can create the look that I'm going for with minimal effort. So those are my hooks. That's what I go to. Do I have other hooks? Absolutely. Have I tried other hooks? Absolutely. Would they make the list? No, no. I have Omis. I like Omis. Omis or the resin cousin, if you want to call them a cousin, to furls. My challenge with them, again, I like their handles. I love the beauty of them. I have some in wood, I have some in resin. And the thing that is constant with all of them is if you drop them, the head of the hook will typically snap off. And that's a no no for me. I'm going to pay you almost $12 for a hook. And then if I'm crocheting and I go to move my project and the hook slips and hits the floor and I hear snap, that's $12 that I have to pay again. Probably not going to do that. Be honest. I'm probably not going to do that. Really, guys? Well, folks, it's been a little more than 14 minutes. I want to get some quality crochet time in. It is currently 5:30, which means I get some real good time in. I kind of, and I can't say abandoned. I put a quick pause on my Cardi Afghan. I mean my Cardi sweater, the Hexi Cardi one, because I wanted to work up the project that I showed you yesterday with Two Barcet's Michelle's pattern. And it's coming along beautifully. I am every 9 inches switching colors as her instructions suggest. And I'll show you where we are. With that said, don't forget your water. Don't forget to eat. I want, no matter what, for you to have some fun today. So please do exactly that and join me as we crochet. But before I do that, before I go, thank you for spending some time with me today. Thank you for coming in. If you're new, welcome. I hope you like what you see. And if you do, please hit the subscribe. Don't forget the likes. The algorithm likes the likes. I appreciate the likes. That is important to me, but the algorithm needs those likes because if you don't put the like on the video, nobody's going to see it. I'm going to get pushed into a corner somewhere, and that's not what either one of us want. So go ahead, tap that like, make your subscription known. And when you do so, please switch it to all because I am just over 260 right now in subscriptions. And once I get to a certain level, I can already do it, and that is go live. I haven't done that yet, but when I do go live, that means I'll probably be unscripted. That's going to be funny. That is going to be funny, and you want to be there for it. With that said, go. Let's get ready to crochet or whatever you're going to do. Whatever that is, I'm here for it. Let's do it together. See you in a second. And for those of you that are going to miss the sound of my voice, you'll hear it again tomorrow. So have some fun today.